The rest of Europe is moving fast towards a common continental currency. A small County Mayo town has gone in the opposite direction and issued its own currency, the Roma, with the blessing and financial backing of the European Commission. Two local organisations, the GAA in Ballyhonus and Western Care, are beneficiaries of this unique venture.
It works by businesses in the area sponsoring Roma, so their name is printed on the notes and the name of the organisation that they're giving to is printed on it as well. And then this goes into circulation because the beneficiary organisation spends it. It uses it as it would do ordinary paper money by spending it in the shops in the town. And so it can use it, for example, to pay its employees. The GAA could get a sports club painted or something like this with the money, and then it goes around and around, circulating amongst the business community in the area. The brilliant thing about it, as far as the business community is concerned, is that it means that its sponsorship money stays in the area. It doesn't sort of leak away as it could do if they were giving cash. The other thing about it is, every time an ordinary person gets one of these notes, they're obviously going to look at it and say, oh, you know, this is given by such and such a business, and that will help build up the goodwill of that business. It's going to be brilliant advertising for them.
But why would the EU support this sort of small-scale, independent initiative?
I think there's a hidden motive too, and that they're very concerned that the euro was started for political reasons, and there's a risk that Ireland and every other country, in fact, could get out of step with the rest of the community. I mean, supposing some disaster happens to the Irish economy, high levels of unemployment return, we're not going to be able to make ourselves competitive again in the way that we could in the past by simply devaluing. We're going to have to reduce wage rates, and people are going to be very worried about reducing wage rates because so many of them have taken out mortgages based on their present earnings. So this means that it could be years before the economy gets competitive again. But if we have a regional currency, and there could be several of these systems operating in Ireland when the Roma system gets fully developed, then it would be possible to make the adjustment in the way that we could have done before, while we had the Irish pound.
Similar currency projects are being developed in Scotland, Holland and Spain, but Ballyhonus is the first into circulation.
I believe it's unique in the world, in a world in which there are many local currency systems have been tried. I believe that in Ballyhonus we have designed a system which is unique, but which is also very suitable for small towns and small communities. I believe that we have something that Ballyhonus can sell on to other towns and to other areas. I think that other communities will be coming here to Ballyhonus to see our currency in action. In fact, we have two communities already lined up waiting to come and talk to us. So I think Ballyhonus will be central, will be a focal point for the local currency.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
In addition to boosting the internal economy of Ballyhonus, the Roma has some important spin-off benefits.
The local currency scheme, Western Care recently introduced a policy system which is customer-led, and therefore we actively seek the preferences of our service users. And recently, all the service users that were interviewed have asked for more local involvement in the local community. And this Roma system will encourage that more participation in the local community, and we hope that will definitely benefit it financially and integration also.
And the people that you cater for, do you think they understand the concept fully of how this works?
Yes, well, they have been using it, and when they know they can hand it in over the shop and get something back for it, usually that's the message home.
Ballyhonus GAA has 18 teams and was quick to see the benefits of a local currency.
The GAA is based on a parish basis. It's a community organisation, and this, you cannot get any better way of supporting your own community by spending your money locally. This doesn't give you the choice to spend it anywhere else but locally. You've got to go to the local shops or whatever to spend the Roma. And this is what the GAA is about, supporting our own people locally as well, and I think other clubs could get involved very profitably.
So much for theory. But how is the new money going down on the streets?
I can't see any great problem in administering it for the simple reason that it's a parity system. It's one Roma equivalent to £1, so it should not create or cause any confusion.
At the end of the day, it will probably bring the community much closer together and make it a better society to live in.
We will hope to talk to people in the monitoring situation. We will be talking to them all the time, and we will be finding out their problems and explaining. It's a learning situation for both sides, for the client and for ourselves. And we will be hopefully able to iron out problems. We'll be learning from them and they'll be learning from us.
If you have £100 in your pocket, you have options. You can go to Galway or Castlebar or Roscommon. But if you have currency which can only be used locally, I think you're tied into spending it locally and you're encouraged to do it. And we often tend to forget, that when we do travel distances looking for that elusive bargain, we spend a lot more than we actually spend on the item. So I think it will do a lot of good. It will keep money at home. It will generate business at home. And it'll be interesting to see over the few months period that it's being tested how it works.